Hi, Sophia. Thank you for stopping by.
Okay, another thing I also forgot to mention. I know the temptation is always to look at yourself, but please look here. Or
Oh God! And I did that in the last video.
No, don't worry.
My eyes were like this the whole time. I couldn't even watch it.
Don't
I was
worry.
so embarrassed.
So just look at yourself for the
At the
last
lens?
time. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you see, if you're looking here, then you're not connecting with whoever you're talking
I
to.
see.
You watch those videos where someone is talking, then you're like, but who are
Yeah, who are they looking at?
Yes. Then the whole time, that's all you're thinking about. Who are you looking at?
She like,
Hi, so today Nina is back. This is her second time here. If you didn't see her video, our video before, I'm going to leave it in the comment section. This time I promise, because I'm always forgetting to do that. So before we're talking about everything to do with cloth pads, that's how to wear it, how to take care of it and everything. But now that we have the grace pads, I just thought it's important for us to go through the cleaning process of it.
Okay.
Because the question that I get mostly is, yeah, but I'm washing this thing. Is it safe? Will I get infections? Blah, blah, blah. How will I take care of it? And that is why the queen of cloth pads is here to educate us on how to take care of us. So how to take care of your pads. So please take it away.
okay, so the first thing you want to do when you have your cloth pad is you want to wash it when you... I don't know if for the grace pad you recommend for people to wash them when they first get them.
I usually say it's up to you. Like you can wash or not. Personally, when it's brand new, I just use it and nothing has happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would normally wash them just because it's been in a factory,
yeah.
And a lot of it's passed through a lot of hands and whatever, and you want to wash it, but washing also helps to increase absorbency as well.
Oh,
so you wash it. You will find with your cloth pads actually, the more you use them, the more absorbent that they will get. It's for some reason, yeah. It's like when you buy a new towel and you try to dry yourself with it doesn't dry you.
Yeah,
then after like a year, your old towels always absorb
it's better than a new one.
It's the same thing with cloth pads.
Yeah.
So you want to wash them. When you've washed it, I mean, you don't have to. Like you said, you use it and it's fine, and that's fine. When you have used your pad, you've taken it off. You either, if you're out and about, you'll have folded it, right?
Yeah.
Now, there's no harm in folding it and keeping it with you for the day and taking it home to wash it in the evening, right?
Yeah.
You can even wash it at the end of your cycle.
Yeah.
If you so choose. If you have enough pads and this is
But
your
where
choice.
will you be keeping it in the meantime? How do you maintain it? So for example, today is my first day of the period. I've used this one, today's Monday.
Yeah.
And I'm going to wash it on Saturday.
Yeah.
So you're saying I can pile them without washing?
You can pile them without washing.
How?
I know
Just
for a lot
dry
of
like
people
that?
this doesn't feel
Clean.
Yeah, it doesn't feel. You think it's gonna smell, but it doesn't smell. It keeps all the smells in.
Yeah. When you folded it, right?
But you don't keep it folded like that because that's what will breed bacteria. So you can fold it like this just for privacy.
Yeah.
But if you fold it all the way in, it means that the blood doesn't have time to dry, or there's no air circulation.
Okay.
That's when you get smells, you get mold, you get all of those things.
Okay.
You can just fold it in half like this and leave it, or you can wash it when you've come home, you want to wash it to use it.
Just wash it immediately.
Just wash it immediately.
So just a quick question. So for someone who's keeping them, because I pile my underwear, so I see myself piling my pad.
I pile my pads. I pile my pads. Sorry.
Oh,
I do.
really? So
Yeah.
do you like soak them, or do you just keep them dry just the way they are?
Okay, so there's three methods. So there's the wash immediately method.
Yes.
There's the soaking until wash day. But if you do that, you want to make sure you change your water every day. Every day.
That's
Even
what I
every
did for my
12
last
hours
period.
if you can.
Okay.
But at least every 24 hours, because you don't want the water sitting
smells.
there. Yeah, it smells. It smells. And it'll grow bacteria, because then that's an environment which is
Stagnant water.
moist. Exactly. So if you're soaking your pads, which a lot of people like to do, because it means that you can soak it to make sure that there's no more blood left in the pore. If you have a pad which can stain, it doesn't stain.
Yeah.
Just change your water frequently until the end of the cycle, and then you pour it out and you wash as
it.
normal.
Okay.
Very easy. The third one is dry store, which is what I said. You just hold it like this. You put it in. I put mine in a bucket.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just a bucket in my bathroom. I put it in the bucket and I don't cover the bucket.
Okay.
I just leave it like that.
And it
because
won't
nobody
smell
really,
nothing.
No.
So just fold it in half like this, put it in a bucket, and just pile it. And
Just
then
keep
when you're
them
ready,
piled.
you can keep.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the dry blood will still come out.
Yes, 100%. You know, the advantage of a pad like this, which is made of fleece, is that it's very stain resistant and it's also very wicking, which means all the moisture is drawn away. It doesn't really tend to sit on top of the pad.
Okay.
So a fleece pad like this is perfect for somebody who's really starting out, because you're not going to have to worry about stains, you're not going to have to worry about odors. And the benefit of having a bamboo charcoal is that the charcoal is there to act as an odor neutralizer, but also just to help with the absorption as well. The bamboo helps with the absorption.
Yeah.
So now you're ready to wash your pad. You pick it up, you take it, you want to rinse it. right? If you're washing it immediately, you can rinse it under the tap. This is a lot of water, I personally find. Alternatively,
Because it's running water.
it's running water, and you're like, and you know these pads are so absorbent.
Yeah.
So you're like rinsing, squeeze, there's still more blood. Rinse, squeeze,
Yeah.
there's still more blood.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is you want to take this pad. Ideally, you want to soak it in cold water.
Cold, very important.
Always use cold
water.
water. Unless you want stains, you're going to use. If you use hot water, then you get stains. Because a lot of people feel like I have to wash it in hot water
To kill the germs.
Yeah.
I've gotten that question a lot.
Yeah.
I want hot water to kill the germs.
Not for the initial one. When it still has blood in it, you want to soak it.
Yeah, cold water first.
Cold
also
water
salt.
first.
Helps.
Salt is fantastic.
Yeah.
Salt is fantastic for stains. Salt is fantastic for helping get the blood out of the pads as well.
Yeah.
So I would recommend soaking it overnight. Yeah, and then the next day when you wring them out, you will find that there's no more blood left in the pad itself.
Yeah.
Right? If you're worried about staining or anything like that, or blood inside the pad itself, there's this thing called oxygen bleach.
Oxygen bleach.
This is actually manufactured locally.
This is Kenyan. You can get it in supermarkets. Carrefour, I've seen you have it.
Yeah, Chandarana, all of these supermarkets have it. This is not a Kenya one, but it's also locally available. You can find it in all of the supermarkets.
What's
as
this
well.
one called?
Oxygen. That's Astonish.
Okay. So do you use both? Is it focusing? No, it's not focusing. There you go. So do you use both at the same time? Okay, I'm trying to get it to focus. I'm just have to cut. Okay, there. So do you use them both at the same time?
No, I just use either or.
Oh,
so
either
I use
or.
whatever one I have
So you just
available.
soak it the same way you do use Omo to soak, right?
Yeah, basically you take a teaspoon of this. It comes with its own, and this one is not open, so I'll use this one. Oh, this one is not open either. Okay, no, that's open. You take a teaspoon. It comes with its own measuring spoon.
Yeah.
One has 2 spoons for some reason.
Yeah.
Yep. You just take that bucket of cold water, pour it in, mix it up, put the pads in.
Okay.
Let them sit.
Okay.
That will make sure that they get everything out of the core.
So what's the difference between these ones and the regular Omo that we have?
Well, you know, this is actually an oxygen bleach.
Which means?
Which means that unlike detergent, because detergent is for washing, so this doesn't clean it doesn't wash the pads. This is for stain removal. And so this is basically what you're using to just make sure that there's no blood left in the pad on the surface.
Okay.
But the pad is not technically clean. It's not a detergent. It doesn't have any soap in it.
So it's just for stain removal?
It's for stain removal. You wouldn't
Okay.
use this for washing.
Okay.
After you've soaked your pad, you take it, you wash it however you do. Normal detergent, throw it in the washing machine.
So this is just for the soaking part.
This is for the soaking. For the people who are worried about
staining and
freshness,
freshness as well.
you know, because people are concerned if you don't have
fabric softener.
how will I keep my pads fresh? You know, and this is something that you want to use. Another thing that you can use also is just
Kawaida soap.
kawaida soap, like Sunlight or just normal bar soap.
Yeah.
These are great because then they have really good stain treatment powers, but they're also detergents as well. So you
Okay.
can use these for washing. If you're hand washing, for example, these are perfect. I've used Sunlight. I've used this White Star before for washing my pads. They work really, really well. If you're still extra worried, hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah, this for the cups as well, right? So how do you use the hydrogen? And this you can just get at a local chemist.
50
no?
shillings.
It's 50 bob.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's 50 bob. And how do you use the hydrogen peroxide?
You open it, you pour it on the pad.
or on the pad.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
pour
just
it on the
literally,
pad?
because it
doesn't. It's not like jik. Like
no,
it don't burn it.
It won't burn it. It won't stain it at all. You just pour it on the pad. If there's anything left inside the pad, you'll see it foaming, or you'll hear. If you listen, you'll hear like bubbling. Yeah. So this is also a good way of testing to see whether your pads have any blood left in them or not.
Okay.
The truth is, if you're washing your pads normally and thoroughly in normal detergent, your pads should not smell. They should not have blood in them. Pads are very clean. Yeah, the idea that you can reuse it makes people think, oh my God, but won't there still be
blood in it?
No.
Yeah, and that's what we were just talking about. She was just telling me that people actually buy used pads.
Yeah.
The same way you buy clothes, you buy a used car.
Yeah.
People used pads.
Yeah, there's a huge market for used pads.
I must say I'm still very not sure. I would buy a used pad, but onto fabric softener. Why not fabric softener? Why should we not use it?
Well, fabric softener works in softening clothes by applying a layer onto your clothes. This layer, if you use it on pads, will eventually build up and affect absorbency. So what you would want to do as an alternative is vinegar can work, although vinegar does degrade this. This is TPU or PUL.
PUL.
It degrades this eventually. So you want to use it to a minimal, sort of a minimal amount. I have used vinegar for a long time as a fabric softener on my clothes. Since my daughter was born, I stopped using commercial fabric softener. I just use vinegar. But on my pads, I don't use anything. They just smell fresh. In fact, I have a test for you.
Yes, please.
I have here a pad.
Oh, I like the design.
Okay, this is a used pad.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay.
I like how white it is.
It's so white.
This is where do you bleed from? Here or here?
Here.
You bleed here. Okay.
This pad, I used it in my last cycle, which just ended. All I have done is soak it in some oxygen bleach. So I've not washed it.
Oh, so you just soaked it and dried it?
And dried it.
Ah.
I haven't washed it. There you go. I was going to say. I was like, I dare you to smell it. The other side.
It smells good, actually. Does not smell at all. Plus, it's super white. Like there's no stain. This is a white pad.
It's a white pad.
There is no stain at all. And you've not washed it. So you just used the magic.
I've just soaked it overnight, and then I rinsed it and I dried it. I did it deliberately because I knew we were filming and I wanted to show that your pads don't smell. And this
does
is
not
before
smell
washing.
at all.
So once I wash it, it'll smell of detergent or whatever it is, but they don't smell.
Okay.
Pads are clean.
Yeah,
Pads are clean,
because I
so
know
you
that's
should use
usually the
them.
biggest question. Like, will it smell? So, like, also for my own pads, I haven't used the Oxy, but I'm going to get it. I just used the regular Ariel, and I just used the Kipande, and I washed it, and there's no smell.
Exactly.
Also, what I found out is sun is very good.
Yes.
Kills the germs. That's one.
100%.
And also helps with keeping it fresh and just getting the smell out.
Sun your pads. Even on a day like today when the sun is not so bright, take it out for some fresh air, sun it.
Yeah.
Sun it's the ultimate stain treater, bacteria killer, sun is the best thing for your pads.
Definitely.
So take your pads out, get some sun.
Okay.
But that's basically it. That is care. What you want to do, one thing I should mention, is when you're washing your pads, don't wring them like this.
Okay.
Because that actually breaks down the stitching and everything.
Okay.
So you want to maybe fold and then squeeze.
Could you fold it again so that you can see how do you fold? It's like that.
You just fold,
and then
squeeze.
Okay.
Don't come white like that.
So just gently. Okay. And for people who are using a machine, so you're not gonna throw it with the blood, right? Or can you also do it? Just throw it in the blood.
You can throw it in with the blood.
Okay.
And in fact,
and then cold wash.
Yes. So what you would do, because your machine has a rinse option, you take your pad, it's like this sitting in the bucket with folded red.
It's wet.
You just throw it in. You put it on a rinse cycle. The rinse cycle is usually like 30 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Rinse off the blood and then just do a normal wash. That's it. In fact, if you have a washing machine, super easy. Yeah, I've done both. I've done washing machine and I've done hand wash. Yeah,
so it's easy. Now you just pile everything.
Yeah.
Put it in the machine under the rinse option. Then it's cold water.
Yeah.
And then it just rinses it off. Then now take it out. Then hand wash. Or it's done.
Normal wash.
Good. Oh, normal wash back to the normal
wash
wash
in a cycle.
Okay.
You can add oxygen bleach into your machine.
Okay.
So that's what I would do. I throw it in the rinse. I'll add some oxygen for the rinse, and I'll add some oxygen some oxy bleach for the
regular wash.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it.
Super simple.
And when it comes to hanging, is there a particular way of hanging it on the line?
No, I mean you hang it. You want to make sure that you're hanging it face side up, so that's the bit that's getting the sun.
Yeah.
I actually just hang them like this with my pegs.
Yeah, me too.
And then what I'll do is I will attach them like this.
Yeah, I think I saw you do that.
Yeah. So you just attach them in a line. It makes it really easy for your hanging. And then you hang them. So I just peg it to the line like that, and then I hang. So I'm not folding it over like this. I mean, I understand that people have different levels of comfort. So some people may feel more comfortable maybe hanging it over. Yeah. And that's fine. It'll just take longer to
But
dry.
what I don't advocate for is don't put the peg here.
Yeah.
Like this one, it will ruin it.
Yeah.
So when you're putting the peg, just always use this fabric,
Yeah.
this side, not here.
And you probably want to hang it heaviest pad first. Just
Why?
so that
because of the weight.
The weight,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
You don't want to have your liner, which is the one carrying all the effort, guys. This little guy.
This little.
I know,
They're so cute. They're so cute.
Little.
And what about ironing? Do you iron? Because some people would say, I want to iron because I want to kill the germs. So
Don't iron your pads. No matter what you
repeat
do.
that. Don't
do not
iron your pads.
is a surefire way to ruin them. First of all, this is TPU. This is a PUL lining, right? So it's laminated to make it waterproof. If you iron it,
You're ruining it.
you're ruining it, right? Another thing, this is fleece as well. If you iron it, you actually melt the fibers of the pad. Your pads don't need heat. They don't need an exceptionally hot wash to get clean. If you want to wash your pads, wash them with hot water. That's fine. After you've rinsed them with cold water.
Yeah, because of you can do hot water, but after rinsing. Because
After
if you do it to the blood, then the blood is gonna stick.
Yeah.
Stick on. And
It cooks the blood, basically cooks the blood.
And that
inside
also
your
applies
pad.
for any other fabric.
Yeah.
Like if you had a blood stain, if I had a blood stain here, you don't wash it with hot water. Cold first and then hot.
Exactly. So if you're concerned about hygiene or whatever, just do this. Don't bleach your pads either. There's no need to bleach them, and all it will do is just discolor them.
Yeah.
So don't use normal bleach. I keep talking about bleach, but this is oxygen bleach.
So the oxygen bleach is very different from a kinajik.
Yes, because kinajik are like sodium chloride or something. I didn't do very well in chemistry.
So this is oxygen. So this is oxygen bleach,
This is an oxygen
which is
bleach.
different.
It's
from,
very safe.
Yeah.
Fabric safe. Excellent for whites.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and you can also use it for also like soaking, like just white outfits.
Normal
is
white
also-
clothes, yeah, absolutely. Gym clothes, if you have gym clothes, which sometimes the fabrics can really hold on to smells, especially in the armpits, soak them in this. Because this basically removes any proteins
that
which are in a fabric.
Okay.
So urine, blood, food,
Sweat.
grass, sweat, this removes proteins. That's
Okay.
why you soak the pad in it. It's not a must, by the way. You don't have to soak
It's
the
an
pad
option.
in it. It's an option.
Especially for people, because I get that question a lot, like, will it not smell?
Yeah.
Just the smell. But even, like I said, even with my normal wash, because I've not been using this, even with my
Exactly.
normal wash, it doesn't smell.
Exactly.
It doesn't.
100%.
And I've just smelled your pad that you haven't actually cleaned. You
I've
just
not washed
soaked it in.
I just soaked it.
Yeah, and there's no smell. So anyways, thank you so much
Thank you
for
for having
hanging
me.
out. She has a YouTube and Instagram. What's your name on Instagram?
Menstrual Cups Kenya. Menstrual Cups Kenya.
And
Menstrual Cups and Cloth Pads Kenya. You don't know your name. So sorry. I'm horrible at this social media thing.
and then on YouTube as well.
On
same
YouTube,
name.
Menstrual Cups and Cloth Pads Kenya.
Yes, but I will leave her link just in case so that you can just click on it. She gives you really good tips when it comes to reusable products. And like we said at the Grace Cup, we're now having pads and we're having cups as well. I was just telling you about the electric steam sterilizer that you don't have to boil your cup anymore.
I must get it.
You just plug it in and
I
then it does
must
the
get
job
that.
for you. So it's just amazing how in the reusable space, more and more things are coming up to just make it easier for you to transition from disposables to reusables. I mean, when pads were coming out, I mean, did we have designs like this? Come on. Did we even have designs like this? This look a little kitty for your kitty. A kitty for your kitty. So like it's just amazing how like they're making it more fun, they're making it more accessible just to make the transition, because we understand it's not easy for you to move from always throwing out your always and now moving to actually washing it and taking care of it and hanging it and doing all that. So it takes a lot, and we understand that, and that's why the transition is we're trying to make the transition easier and easier every day.
And you know, the fact that you have options now, you know, you have cups, you have pads. For me, it's more about
And did you use the sponge? She had a sponge actually.
I have a sponge. I didn't give it to you. I didn't give you a spare sponge.
No.
Oh.
Do you have a spare one?
I'll check if I have.
I wanna
I gave it to somebody. I thought it was you.
No, I think you gave it to, what's her name? I forget her name. The one that you were with at Meta.
One boy.
Yeah, you gave it to one boy. You didn't give it to me.
Okay, I'll hook you up.
Now we're just talking, having our own private conversation. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out. This video is already 20 minutes, so it's time to cut it. Thank you for hanging out, and we hope to see you next week as well. Please subscribe. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section, and I will answer, or Nina will be able to answer you. If you want the cups or the pads, the contact is always there. I will leave that as well. And goodbye.